Welcome to Chatty Sparkly Runners on another beautiful spring day.
And we're back in South Shropshire this week.
Yeah, and we're hopefully show the panoramic views that we can come to the top of a hill because there's very still day today, so it's lovely, absolutely gorgeous day.
It's like summer and it's only end of March.
Yep. And so today we're going through the different runs that you can do.
How to vary your running.
How to vary your running.
You've got a target of 20 different
Yeah, well, I'm
ways
going to get 5 or 6 out the way today. So
you're very good at cheating.
so we're going to do the out and back run.
Okay.
But I'm not counting that as one. I'm going to do subsections of the out and back run. So
you're going to tick 3 or 4
we're going to do an out and back whilst we're talking about out and back. So an out and back is what it says on the tin. It's going out for a certain amount of time, turning round and coming back at a certain amount of time.
Couldn't be simpler.
Couldn't be simpler. So really useful out and backs if you're somewhere that you're not familiar with.
Yeah, when you go on holiday.
When you go on holiday somewhere.
You don't know where you're going.
Yeah, my first run of a holiday is invariably an out and back run. So if you're going to do a 40-minute run, it's obviously 20 minutes out and 20 minutes back. So, and that's just chatty both ways. So that's a chatty run, 20 minutes out, 20 minutes back.
Yeah.
So that's fine. So then we can do another type of out and back, or use it for a different purpose. And that is one of the things that we've been asking our coaches is, how do you know if you're making progress or not? So we can do an out and back, which is a progress calibration run.
Oh, no,
okay.
Oh.
So we're going to do an out and back to see if you're getting fitter or not. And all you do is you do the same course every week.
No, I don't think you should do it every week.
Well, that's a debate.
We're going to disagree now.
Yeah, okay. But look, I'm going to say you do it we're going to have a debate in a minute, but let me speak first. So you should do it every week. You should go out for a certain amount of time and come back. So 20 minutes out and 20 minutes back, or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Might be, if you're just doing, it might be a 10-minute out and 10-minute back run, if you're only 30-minute runnings for 30 minutes. But anyway, so out and back for a set amount of time. As you get fitter, you'll notice a few things, and that is, you'll go further. So say you're going 20 minutes out and back. In the 20 minutes, you'll still keep chatty, but you'll get a little bit further. So you can measure your progress.
You're just saying a chatty out and back every.
Yeah, I am for this one.
Okay,
This is number.
right.
This is.
because you've got to tick your numbers off. I know.
Yeah. So can I count going on holiday and doing out and back as a separate one to this? Yes, I can, because this has a reason behind it. So
Okay.
this is checking your fitness. So you'll go out for 20 minutes and you'll come back. So every week, or as you progress, you'll get further in the 20 minutes.
Okay.
And
That's
you can,
why I don't think you should do it every week.
okay, but but you can also check you're going the right pace, because if you're going chatty, you're not going to slow down, are you? So if you get back, you should be able to get back in exactly 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think you can get hung up on whether you're making progress or not if you do it every week.
So do I.
Yeah. There you go. You're disagreeing with yourself.
No, I'm just saying some people are very good. If you're not a pushy person.
If you're really going for some event and you're measuring your progress because you want to have a PB somewhere in some race, you might do that.
Yeah, you mustn't push. We've said this lots of times. You mustn't force progress. You've got to let progress happen.
Yeah, so I think you've got to be careful if you're having a progress calibration run every week.
Okay,
you're
so
going to put pressure on yourself.
But if you know the sort of person you are and you're happy to be relaxed and do it, and when you're doing it, you're seeing every couple of weeks you're getting further, that's great.
Yeah, you don't need to do the same route every week. You might do an out and back once a week, but have several different routes.
Yeah,
then when you come back to the first route, then you'll spot your progress.
Okay. Okay, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Lots of people wouldn't, but I agree. You could also use your heart rate monitor on it. Does that count as a third different one?
No, you're really are cheating.
Okay, so if you have your heart rate monitor on, you should get further with the same heart rate on an out and back.
Okay. Right, so that's just a chatty out and back, isn't it? Okay. And I think that's only one, to be honest.
Okay, so now we go to the next out and back where...
Can we run? I'm not sure whether we can run without me.
No, we can run.
Tripping over a tuft.
Okay, so we can run. So a next out and back is where you go out chatty, you come back quicker.
Yes.
And
Okay.
so
Now
you
that's a different one. I'll let you have that one.
Yeah, so you come back breathy. So, and that's really good. That's a positive feedback loop because you learn to negative split. You come back faster than you go out, which I think is really good. Yeah, on and out and
you've got to be
back.
careful. It's only, and like this is my new term. This is
Yeah.
only one notch up from chatty.
Okay, one notch up from chatty is breathy.
The temptation is to go bombing back.
Yeah, I call it now feel good pace.
Yeah, it's feel good pace. You can keep it going.
You can,
But
yeah.
you mustn't be collapsed at the end.
No, and you mustn't have to get your breath back at the end either.
Yeah.
Okay,
Only
so
one notch up from chatty.
chatty out, breathy back, come back. If you go 20 minutes out, you might do 19 minutes back. And that's good. You have to make sure that it's even up and down both ways.
Yeah, so no good.
Or-
Going downhill on the way out and uphill on the way back. It's
no.
got to be flattish, isn't it?
Or into a strong headwind on the way out. No, that would work. Into a strong headwind on the way out would work. And then have the wind behind you on the way back would work, because that's giving you a bit of a push along.
Until you do it another week and you haven't got the wind.
Yeah. So then the next one is you can do breathy both ways,
Okay.
because what that does is it keeps you it makes you think about pace judgment. So if it's flat and the wind's the same, 20 minutes out, 20 minutes back, you should come back a good person can do it within 10 seconds. Now I'm going to say a bit about fell running. Because fell runners do it, but there's if you're doing
Trail runners do out. Yeah, they do, don't
they do. They're up and down, isn't it? They run to the top of the hill, then they come down. There's a really lovely rule of thumb. It's 2/3 up, 1/3 down, and they're not afraid to walk the uphills. So
okay. So in terms of time, it's 2/3 up,
2/3 up, 1/3
down.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's move on quickly because I know the chatty sparklies. Although there's a few chatty
There might be a
sparklies
few
doing my how to run downhill fast this weekend. So, So the next one is doing it in your warm up. So if you're
Okay.
doing a race in the warm up, I'll say to my runners, I say, start your warm up with 6 minutes out, 6 minutes back, and then you know exactly you're going to get back on time.
Yeah. So you're
And
going to be there at the start. You don't want to be going so far
Yeah,
out
so it's
that-
quite important that.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, if you're one of these people that tends to get lost and you only want to go out for a 40-minute run and not an hour and 40 minutes, and out and back is really useful for you because you know when you're going to get back, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really boggy here. Crikey, they'd be able to hear it. Oh, squelchy foot.
Oh, my new shoes.
Ah,
New shoes.
good.
Oh no.
Yeah, so the warm up, the out and back in the warm up is good. So what about using the warm up with a group of runners? Because I know we have
Using
some.
the out and back with a group of runners.
Yeah, so we have run leaders watch us, and
Oh, it's really useful, isn't it?
it's my favourite way of keeping your group together. And what you do is you have an out and back. So subtly different. Most people that I go and to visit, they do loop backs where everybody gets to a certain thing and then they come back. So everybody gets to the
Yeah, so a
landmark
group
and then come
going-
back.
Going out, the faster runners will loop back to the slower runners and then
Yeah.
they set off again in the same direction.
Yeah, I don't like that because the poor person at the end, well, first of all, sometimes they don't stop. Sorry, they don't turn around, they just stop. But secondly, the one at the back is always at the back and they're under pressure to keep up,
Yes.
and they don't want people to wait for them. So they're under pressure to go too fast. So I don't like that. So what I do instead is I do an out and back. And the only subtle difference is when the first person gets to the monument, everybody turns round.
Yeah.
And so the one at the back suddenly becomes the one at the front.
And you return.
You return, and then everybody comes back to a
point.
specific point, and then I'll go off somewhere else.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
route
it's
is
much better
different.
to go somewhere else because then the front runners don't know
Yeah,
where they're going, so then they have to come back.
yeah.
they?
And so they go out and back. So half the time they're at the front, and the other half of the time they're at the back, chasing people.
Oh, it's
And-
good. It's a great. As somebody that's been at the back a lot, that's
Yeah.
a great feeling
and-
to
yeah.
suddenly turn around and yay, you're at the front.
Yeah, and you can put, I might put 4 or 5 of those into an hour's run to
I
keep
do them
my
all the time
yeah,
because I
yeah.
have such a big range of
Yeah,
ability in
yeah.
my walk to run group. So
Yeah.
we do out and back all the time.
So another
up closes,
yeah.
back down closes.
Another way you can keep your group
There's a huge
going.
big puddle here.
Another, I'm gonna.
You're gonna.
I'll go that way. The other way you can actually use an out and back with a club run is just to have your 20 minute. I use 20 minutes again. 20 minutes out and back.
20 minutes out, 20 minutes back.
But everybody in the club does it, so they all run different paces out and different paces back. So they won't be.
Yeah, I mean their own speed. You're talking about.
They won't be running in a group, but they'll all start together and they're all finish together, and they all know if they're improving or not because they get a little bit further.
It's like our club time trial, which is an out and back route, isn't
Yeah,
it?
perfect.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Have I got any more?
I don't know. You wanted me to count them, and I've completely lost track.
I reckon there's 8 I've done there at least.
I don't think you've done 8.
We haven't even got turned round, so we best turn round. Hang on.
Hang on.
I'm gonna.
No, let's go to the top of that hill,
Okay.
and then we get a bit of a view because we've got to watch where the sun is.
Yeah. No, we're fine.
Yeah.
Um,
So the out and back, you can put it in so that you don't get lost
Yeah.
on a new route. You can put it in.
So you know what time to get back.
You know what time you're getting back. And you can put it in to measure your progress.
Yeah.
And it's up to you whether you do that every week or
You can put it in
do
to
it every so often.
to improve your pace judgment.
Yeah.
You
Brilliant
can
for
put
that.
it in to practice negative splits.
Yeah.
There's 5 different things. You can do it to keep your group together.
Yeah.
That's 6.
That's enough.
That's enough, more than enough prattling on. Okay, but it is a very important run, whichever way you use it. I want that view to come in, so
Okay.
I might have a
Swivel me round into the sun.
into the sun.
squinting
Am I
into
going
the
to have
sun. What you
no? I'm looking to see if I've got a shadow on me, but I don't think I have.
So that is.
That's the Long Min behind us. Beautiful, and it's such a gorgeous day today.
Yeah. So we've covered quite a few different ways to vary your run.
Yeah, and what we're saying is have a go.
Yeah. Just have a go at these things.
Have a go and see what you think. 'Cause
Yeah. Let
they are
us
good
know how
fun.
you get on.
Yeah,
Any issues, any problems with it? Ask a question.
it is the most versatile
The out and back is.
way
isn't
to
it?
run. Yeah, for all those different things. It's fantastic. So thanks very much if you've watched us all the way to the end. And this will be on Facebook, be on the website with
User
a
places, Facebook,
with
YouTube.
a little blog.
Yeah, on the blog. I'm too far behind with the blogs. I'm concentrating
Oh,
on
well, you'll do this.
editing the book at
Okay,
the minute.
okay.
So a bit of news about that coming next week, I hope. If you're in our Chatty Sparkly Facebook group, a bit of news about the book next week.
Okay, and next week we're going to do about repetition running.
We are, okay.
When to use it, who could use it, when to use it, and what is it?
Or how to do it.
Yeah, what is it? When to use it? Who can use it?
That's a lot of questions.
I've said the same thing twice in double order,
think you
in a
have,
different order, but there we have it. Yeah, good. So we'll see you next week.
Yeah. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.